watching if you want to learn how to take this look to here. If you guys want to see a Valentine's Day look go from day to night, from a more casual look to dramatic look, keep watching. There will be more makeup tutorials coming your way. Please subscribe down below and stay tuned. Have a great day, guys, and have a great Valentine's Day. Bye. So in spirit of Valentine's Day, I'm going to be looking into my heart-shaped old Marc Jacobs mirror to get started. Oh, I guess I should remove these two. So I'm going to be starting off with the MAC Prep and Prime as my primer. I'm just going to put that all on my face. So next I'm going to take my Clinique Beyond Perfecting foundation and concealer. I'm literally at the very bottom of this foundation bottle, and I just repurchased my Estee Lauder Double Wear foundation in Cool Bone, I believe. That's my shade. And I'm the lightest shade in this foundation as well. It is winter. So I'm just going to put a few dots on my face and then use my beauty blender to blend it out. And for concealer, I'm just going to be using the CoverGirl Outlast All Day. This is the lightest tone they had in Canada, or where I am in Ottawa. It's light pale. I'm not sure if there's a lighter shade, but honestly, it's a good coverage, but I just don't feel like it gives me enough coverage with my dark circles. But I'm using it currently to give it a good test. So I'm just going to draw in a triangle formation on both sides. And now I'm going to blend that out as well. I'm now going to be taking the Makeup Forever Professional Makeup Forever HD Definition Pressed Powder, not the loose powder, and I'm going to bake under my eyes while we do the contour. Oh, I never realized this one has a little mirror. That's cute. Again, I'm going to look a little odd. And I'm also going to be baking underneath where I would put the contour, just to make my contour extra sharp. Now again, if you don't want as much definition, just skip the translucent powder underneath where your contour would go, just to make it a little more natural. And I didn't put that much as well. So. I'm going to be using the Smashbox Contour step-by-step contour palette. I believe I got this as one of the point perks at Sephora. I think it was the 500 one, and honestly, it's a full-size product, and you couldn't ask for a better prize, a better point perk. So I'm going to be now using the sculpting brush by Real Technique. It's really well loved, and honestly, again, good bang for your buck. So I'm going to now just take the cool tone brown, and I'm just going to be contouring, sculpting out my cheekbones, underneath my cheekbones. I'm going to switch over to my other mirror. now I'm going to go back in with my beauty blender and I'm going to blend away the translucent powder. And now I'm going to be taking the e.l.f. Baked Highlighter in Moonlight Pearls. And honestly, I believe, yeah, I had this in my unboxing for my e.l.f. video. And when I used it for the first time, I wasn't super impressed. You can't really pick up this product with a brush. I'm just telling you that now. So purchasing a brush to go along with it is kind of a waste of money. Obviously, you can use it for something else, but this specific product, to really get the pigment payoff, you have to really rub it in and then transfer that to your face. So I'm just going to be taking this, and it gives off a really nice natural glow. And for the nighttime look, when we up it, I'm going to be putting on a different type of highlighter to really emphasize a more dramatic look. So again, and not sure if you can tell. Again, I'm getting used to this setup, and it'll improve with every video. So you'll be able to see swatches a little bit better next time. If you can't see them now, I'm not really sure. So I'm just going to be getting the tops of the cheekbones. I'm doing this step before the blush because I just want it to soften it down a little bit more, just to be more extra natural. So now I'm going to go in with my Milani Rose Powder Blush in Romantic Rose. Appropriate for Valentine's Day. So it's just like a nice dusty rose kind of color. I'm so grateful that Canada, or our Shoppers Drug Mart and Rexall's, actually carry Milani now, because when I actually got this specific blush, it was in Florida, and I couldn't get my hands on the brand unless you ordered it online, of course. So I'm just taking the, again, this is well loved as well. I'm not sure. Oh, it's just a blush brush from Real Techniques. I'm just lightly dusting it on the tops of my, on the apples of my cheeks. A really natural blush. And if you can see, this is another little trick with the e.l.f. highlighter. The e.l.f. highlighter really picks up the tone of the blush on my skin. So it just shines through a little bit and looks extra glowy. I'm going to take a little bit more of the e.l.f. highlighter and put it on just a little bit on the bridge of my nose, Cupid's bow, and then the leftover back on the top of the cheeks. So the face is complete, and now I'm going to go in and start my brows. So the two brow products we'll be working with today is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Definer. It's not the Brow Wiz. The Brow Definer has an angled tip, and I find it's better to really make the actual shape of your brow than the Brow Wiz. I like both products, to be honest, but this is what I'm currently using, and it's in dark brown, dark brown. And then I'm going to be topping it off with the e.l.f. Treat and Tame in, I believe it's in dark brown as well. And it's like a brown gel with a spoolie at the end, and then this is a clear gel. Still not really sure how to use this because it has almost like a lip gloss, like, you know, the MAC lip gloss type of wands. It has that for the gel. So I'm still working with it, but it's not my favorite brow product, I'm not gonna lie, but you can't ask for a better price. So I'm just gonna go ahead and start with the brow pencil and shape my brows. Now I'm going to go in with the e.l.f. Tame end with the brown gel. And now I'm going to go in with the Treat side, the clear gel. Again, I'm not really, it's not my favorite end to work with. It's just to really clean up those stray hairs. And now to just really finish off the brow, I'm just going to take a little bit of concealer and tighten it up a bit. I just like to define the shape of the brow a little bit more. So I basically surround the brow. The trick is to not go too heavy, otherwise it gets in the brow. So the brows are done. I'm next going to prime my eyelids with my handy dandy Urban Decay Primer Potion. I'm now going to be taking the Color Rain Queen of Hearts palette that I mentioned in my favorites. And I'm actually going to be using the mirror in here because the palette comes with a large mirror. This palette's great for traveling, so yeah, I can definitely see me taking this on a trip just because the mirror is a good size. And I'm going to be using this Coastal Scents brush. It's just a flat kind of blending brush, and it's BRB SO2, if that's the number. I got it in an Ipsy bag. So I'm going to be taking the shade Princess, which is this light pinky kind of color. And I'm just going to be putting that all over the lid. Now, one thing I want to clarify in my tutorials, because of course it's kind of my first stab at a makeup tutorial. I did a brief one in my Huga video, part 1, but this is my first kind of real go at it. And I want to make sure people know that you don't have to use these exact products. Using a rough shade, if you have something similar in your collection, go ahead and take a stab at it with those shades, because you can 90% of the time recreate a very, very similar look. Not to downplay the quality of this palette, because it's absolutely awesome. So now that both my lids are covered with the shade Princess, I'm going to go back in. I'm going to take Duchess and Royal Prerogative? Yeah, I guess Royal Prerogative. It's like a warm chocolate brown and kind of like a brown with a reddish purplish undertone. And I'm going to be taking it with an angled brush. This brush is by MAC, and it's the 266 SE, sorry. And I'm going to be taking those shades combined and putting them along the lash line. Feel free to make the shape at the end whatever you want. My eyes are just more, I just complements my eye more, but I'm making it basically almost like a substitute for eyeliner. Because with this daytime look, we're going to make it more subtle and not have eyeliner on our lids. I'm now going to be taking that Sephora brush I mentioned in a previous video in the travel kit, the angled kind of fluffy-ish brush, and I'm going to be taking a bit of Dethrone and a bit of Royal Highness. More focusing on Royal Highness because again, it is a lighter shade. So this is Royal Highness and this is Dethrone. I'm going to be starting with Royal Highness. And I'm going to be taking it all the way down to where the wing or the brown faux eyeliner is, and kind of blending those two together. Now don't worry about the fallout. We're going to clean that up at the end. And now I'm going to go in with the Dethrone shade, the darker brown, like I mentioned, and I'm going to put it on top of Royal Highness. Not directly on top, but actually above it. Be very light-handed with it because the darker shades do tend to be more pigmented. I'm going to be going back in with that Coastal Scents brush, and I'm going to be picking up just a little bit of this purpley color called Ladyship. Again, be super light-handed because they're very pigmented. And we're going to take that between where the Royal Highness was in the crease and the combination of Duchess and Royal Prerogative eyeliner, and putting it right there. So it's just a pop of the pink.
Beautiful.
I'm going to be taking the Royal Prerogative again and the Duchess, the same type that we used for the faux eyeliner, and I'm going to be bringing it on the lower lash line. And not super neat because we'll actually take our beauty blender to blend it out a little bit. And I think it just makes the eyes pop a little bit more, having something on the lower lash line. Ignore my weird faces. I make that when I go with eyeliner and mascara. Like 90% of the population. And like I mentioned, we'll take the beauty blender and just blend that out. And at the same time, use it to swipe away the fallout. Normally, if I have it on hand, a trick that I use to get rid of fallout might not be the not safest, but best for your skin, is I take some Scotch tape and I put that along my lower lash line and I pick up all the fallout. So I kind of just like strip it off. And now I'm just going to put on some Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. And I'm going to call it a day. Obviously after we finish the lips. So for the daytime lip, I'm going to be using this really bougie Louboutin lipstick that I got in New York last year. Forgive me, I have no idea what the shade is, but really anything along the darker nudie pink color, that would be great for this look. Yeah, because honestly, you don't need a $100 lipstick to recreate this look. And I wanted it for my collection, so that's why I have it. And to be honest, it stays on the lips really, really nicely. And it doesn't move, kind of like a liquid lipstick. So I'm just going to be applying that now, and I'm going to be going back to the heart mirror that I have here. And to top it all off, I'm going to be using the e.l.f. Makeup Mist and Set. This is again for my e.l.f. unboxing, and I quite like it. It's quite a good setting spray. So I'm just going to spray a few sprays of that. And let it set. So the first thing I'm going to take to upgrade this look to an evening look is the MAC Single Eyeshadow in Club. It's a very unique color. It's almost, it's a duochrome kind of shade. So it's really going to up that look. So we're just going to be taking that with the, it's actually a concealer brush, but it's great for really packing on eyeshadows. I honestly, oh, here's the brand. Ganesh Paris. Again, it came in an Ipsy bag, so if you just take a basic concealer brush, I'm sure it'll do the same trick. Again, I just find it really good for packing on shadows. So I'm just going to take the Club shade and load up the brush. And I'm going to be placing it in the center of the lid, directly center. I'm going to be now going back into the Colored Rain Queen of Hearts palette, and I'm just going to be picking up that traveled size blending brush that I used before, and I'm going to be taking the shade Queen Mother, and I'm going to be taking a little bit of Noble Woman as well, and I'm going to be blending those together, and we're going to be putting them more in the crease and in the outer corner. I'm now going to be taking, it's a little bit different to put on your eyelids, but I'm going to be taking this MAC blush, powdered blush in Fever, and it's this great burgundy color. I'm sure they have eyeshadow colors this color, but honestly it's a great shade, and I'm also going to be using it as my blush, so it'll tie in this look. And again, the outer corner, and bringing it up a little bit to the brow bone, almost creating a red kind of glow. I'm now going to be going in with any clean old brush, and I'm going to be taking the colored Crown, which is the white shade. I'm going to be putting it directly under my brow bone just to make the space between my lid and my brow stand out a little bit more, because right now they're kind of bleeding together a little bit. So right under that brow bone. Or sorry, right on it, I guess. I'm now going to be creating our wing cat eye with my favorite Kat Von D ink tattoo liner in Trooper. Again, this is amazing liner to give you that perfect wing. I'm now going to be going back in with the Better Than Sex Too Faced mascara and doubling up on that coat we had from the daytime look. So as mentioned previous, I'm going to be upping our look with the Fever Blush by MAC. And I'm just going to take it on my Real Techniques blush brush and lightly dust it on the apples of the cheeks. You can use it as sparingly as you want. So again, just loading up my brush. And now to up this look even more, I'm going to be using a different highlight on top of our Moonlight Pearl from e.l.f. And I'm going to be, if I can get it open, oops. And I'm going to be using the Jeffree Star Snow Highlighter. I'm going to be taking it again on the same brush, the blush brush, and I'm going to be putting it on top of the Fever and the highlight that we already have established. So now that we have the highlight on, I'm going to go ahead and do the lips. And I'm going to be using MAC's lip liner in Trust in Red. I believe this is a holiday set that I got, and it came with a lip gloss and lipstick. We'll be using the lipstick today. I'm now going to be taking the shade Candy Cane. So yeah, it was definitely a holiday collection. I'm going to be putting that on top of my current lipstick. And now for a quick outfit change. Thanks so much for watching, guys, and subscribe, and there will be more makeup tutorials coming your way. Bye!